Redditors who have tried to hide on your cruise when it ended so that you could stay on the ship for the next round. How did that go?
Very specific target audience.
Been doing this for a couple of years now. They slapped a name tag on me and now I work here.
As someone about to embark on a cruise, this thread could hold vital information.
What's the weirdest thing you have ever walked in on?
My son trying to look at his butthole with a webcam.
Probably my dad blow-drying his pubes in the mirror. My mom absolutely lost it cracking up and I can never get the image out of my brain no matter how hard I try.
Two intoxicated homeless folks, male and female, fucking underneath a tree on the college campus I work security at. It probably could have been narrated by David Attenborough for how raw and wild it was.
What is a story that you want to tell but can't find the right AskReddit?
I had a pet chicken that would casually have what seemed to be sexual relationships with pigeons. A squirrel gave me an acorn. Birds have shit on my pizzas twice.
Dear Reddit, how many of you begin to type responses to a thread, only to delete everything you said and move on? Why?
Because I didn't want to deal with people attacking my point of view or simply because I changed my mind about responding.
Fairly often honestly, I get midway through typing a paragraph and I realize that I am a boring person and that my answer could not in any way, shape, or form be interesting to read. Legit almost did it here.
A lot of the time I'll have something to say but then I think to myself about it and decide either it's not worth typing up or it's irrelevant at this point. Because I realize this is Reddit and I'll probably have to justify and back up everything I said, even though it was probably just a throwaway comment, and I just don't have the time or inclination to do that.
Nobody is going to read it or respond, so why bother?
What is the thing we don't talk about in your family?
We don't talk about the authentic shrunken heads my grandfather collected. They were buried with him.
How my parents were able to afford a house suddenly while working a minimum wage job and having recently immigrated to America dirt poor. They would never tell me where they got the money from. The Thanksgiving meal prep where my mother got her hands stuck inside the frozen turkey for several hours. Bringing this one up gets you the laser beam eyes death glare. When my grandmother was diagnosed with end-stage cancer, she offered to kill my father who was caught molesting me.
The physical abuse we suffered as kids. Parents have no idea what we're talking about when we bring it up.
What is the most wholesome thing you have seen?
When one of my family members was suffering from depression and wouldn't come inside or talk to any of our family, my neighbor, and my family member's best friend, just sat next to him on the curb outside for 2 hours to keep him company.
Redditors who fall asleep quickly, what's your secret?
According to Google, it's called functional alcoholism. Start waking early, work hard, exercise and don't nap.
I'm asleep already, ask me later.
I just imagine myself falling. I don't know why it works, but it does.
Have 2 kids, ages 3 and 1. That's all, that's my secret.
Think of all the mistakes I've ever made in life.
What is something you are very proud of, but can't put on your resume?
I'm an older man that can still put both of his legs behind his head.
I can dislocate my shoulder blades and crush beer cans between them. My body blasting full-blown stage 4 cancer into full remission after just 3 chemo treatments, and keeping it there ever since. I'm really happy about that, but it's just not relevant for a resume.
I trained my cat to use the toilet.
At age 38, now 39, I changed my lifestyle and lost 66 pounds in the last year.
What invention doesn't get a lot of love, but has greatly improved the world?
Ball bearings. I'm an amateur puller apart and tinkerer, and every moving anything seems to have them. The toilet. The idea of having to walk to a shed in the backyard to poop into a hole in the ground is not appealing.
Glass. When it was first discovered, it must have revolutionized life similar to the way plastic did.
Glasses/contacts. Imagine how many of us would be stumbling around half-blind by the time we're 20. The transistor. That brought us into the computer age that we know today.
Washing machine. Where my parents live in India, people wash clothes by hand and it takes for fucking ever.
What meme died too quickly before you got to fully enjoy it?
That French dude with Adidas tracksuit, when he walks into court.
Most memes nowadays. Damn, where are the times when memes lasted for years?
I have a friend who was on a month-long vacation out of the country and completely missed the Harlem Shake.
I'm straight up not having a good time. Still see it occasionally, but it's one of the memes I use in my head to react to everyday situations.
I love the almost politically correct redneck. I wish there were more.
Frodo's saying alright then, keep your secrets was my favorite meme of all time. I only was able to get 3 good ones before it died.